inside because this man is so long.
No
and there
fakes.
we are. Now he's in the pocket and he's doing better. But if he stays on the outside, it's going to be a problem. Nice pass. Straight to knee on belly. Look for mount here. Look for Mueller mount.
Go for the choke again.
The guillotine. There's the mount.
So now Figueiredo has Beltran mounted. Plenty of time here with which to work.
Boy, excellent job spreading out his knees, widening his base by Figueiredo to hold position here. He's going to start creeping that right knee up. He may look for an armbar.
And there's the armbar there. He gave it for a moment. Beltran was able to keep his body moving and get away from the threat. I like how Figueiredo just floats on top of Beltran, though. He's not squeezing, he's not wasting energy. He's letting Beltran move underneath him real fluently, but he's just floating on top of him, waiting for Beltran to use up his energy. Now Beltran is flat on his back in half guard where he doesn't want to be.
Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series premieres Tuesday, July 11th, right here on UFC Fight Pass. The new series will feature 5 live fights each week, up-and-coming talent, also fighters looking to revive their careers. Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series all summer here on UFC Fight Pass.
I'll tell you what's been difficult for Marco Beltran. When you're on your back, you typically want to dig for underhooks to start to work your way up. Every time he does that, Figueiredo's threatening with the guillotine, and threatening well to the point where it's really stalled Beltran's ability to get back to his feet here in round 2.
Perhaps Figueiredo buoyed by this early arriving Rio crowd, trying to take the back of Beltran here, and he does.
You could tell Beltran is a few steps behind on the ground. Beltran's trying to relieve and pass his leg around those hooks, but this is going to get tight.
That's in, that's sunk. Beltran's hanging in there, but that is sunk.
He's got to pull down those hands because it's going to be difficult with that grip, and he does so.
Beltran put his back to the mat exactly the way you need to defend. That was a last-ditch effort to get out of there, but now he's mounted. You give up the back mount for the mount. It's one or the other in that situation, and he did a good move, but now he's got to get out of this mount position.
And it takes so much energy when you're in these two positions, having your back taken, then being mounted, and you're rolling all around on bottom. Again, underhook. Figueiredo's going to threaten the choke. Now, potentially looking for a Darce. He always threatens, and what does that do? It forces Beltran to go back to his back and not be able to escape.
Look how Figueiredo gets that underhook every single time under Beltran. Whenever Beltran goes to use that half guard sweep, that stops his sweep to get up to his feet. Figueiredo's just floating on top of Beltran right now, wearing him out.
Pretty nice up kick there by Beltran. Figueiredo eats it without issue, trying to get inside here.
Ooh, he's going to go for a heel hook. Boy, and Beltran's not even reaching to hit the hands. He's got to fight the hands here and pull him down. Now he is.
That's looking deep.
Beltran's super flexible. He's one of those guys, we've seen it before, where he's tough to submit.
Knees are crafty, though. You get worried about him when you're locked in like that.
He's got to be able to break the grip and then maybe try to stack him here.
And you can see the stress on Beltran's face. He doesn't want to tap, but it's one of those weird positions where you just don't know what your knee's going to do there.
And you may recall Beltran's last fight, a loss by heel hook against Joe Soto. Under 30 seconds in the round now.
And that was slick from Joe Soto in that fight as well. But Beltran did a really nice job fighting the hands.
Oh! Figueiredo rips the body. Final seconds here of round 2.
Ooh, there was the elbow his corner called for.
That was a beautiful timed elbow. Very nice.
And a pretty
And
significant
he's hurt. He's hurt.
Beltran wobbly on his feet. Figueiredo trying to get a late finish here in round 2. He gets it.
Saved by the bell.
Oh, saved by the bell. Okay, so Beltran will live to see a 3rd round. Hard to hear in this Tunes Arena. Figueiredo nearly had his first UFC win.
What a way to end that round.
Work your breathing, that's it. Look at me.
No, you know, Osiris Maia is waving off the fight right now.
Let's take a listen. There's the uppercut. Beltran hurt badly.
We will try to sort it out, but it looked as though Osiris Maia went into the corner of Marco Beltran and at that point made the decision to stop the fight. So looks like it'll be a referee stoppage. Deiveson Figueiredo, an interesting addition to this flyweight division. That's ahead of UFC debut tonight.
You said it earlier. You said in his previous footage, it looked like he was fighting down to his competition.
Number 14 in the 125-pound division connects on the Superman punch, follows it up with a left to the body. And Figueiredo taking control of the second round, 30 seconds in.
Yeah, you see Morales very hesitant, just backing up, not countering as Deiveson comes in with those big punches. He's got to try to stand his ground, which is what his corner in the warm-up was telling him. Keep your ground. Don't move back. You know how this guy is. He does crazy stuff. He spins. He's going to be aggressive. Nice teep. He's got to loosen up, though. Morales a little stiff here. That'll do that. This crowd, man. Nice. Oh, there's that guillotine.
Little takedown.
Beautiful work there from Deiveson.
Trying to make it happen, but Figueiredo quick to reverse things.
And he does a nice job there, Figueiredo. Cleared the legs. That's what I talked about in round one. He was having trouble with Morales' up kicks and just pushing off on his hips. And already here, round two, big hammer fist clears the legs. He's in guard, but he's already hip to that arm bar. He knows what Morales is looking for. He needs to break this posture and start raining down some shots.
So we take a look, the top position time, almost a full round for Deiveson Figueiredo and counting as we approach 3 minutes to go in the middle frame.
Yeah, and Morales, he's got to open his guard more. He's got to try to get his feet on the hips of Deiveson and push off. He's got to get his back up to defense. These are things I've said, you know, in round one, those were some of the mistakes. Nice elbow there from Deiveson, but Morales can't just be content to have a strong flyweight like Deiveson on top of him. He's going to just land just enough, stay busy, and pound you out a little bit.
The endurance of Morales being tested here. He won in the first round in his only UFC bout. Figueiredo went the distance the last time out, Sao Paulo last October, in the victory over Jared Brooks. And continuing to force the issue.
Yeah,
Look out for the grabbing the fence there, Morales, right in front of us.
Yeah.
And he's right back to it. Good view of it on the screen.
See, he threw that punch, but he didn't clear the legs first. He's got to really pick a side. All right, let's see if Deiveson can, Morales can wake up a little bit here. Look for his own takedown. Only 2 minutes left in round two. He's got to make a statement here for the rest of this round so he can even be in contention to win a decision. Right now, he's got to get some work going here because he's definitely down on the scorecards, and time is ticking away here in round number two.
Under 2 minutes. And Morales is still letting Figueiredo lead the dance.
Absolutely.
As he goes for a big body kick.
Nice.
Big counter right. And Morales trying to put something together.
That was definitely, I hear his corner screaming. That was one of the combos they were working on, slipping out of the way, throwing that uppercut hook cross. He's got to try to time Deiveson's punches. He's not throwing big combinations, so it should be something that he's able to do. He should look for the jab or that big right hand of Figueiredo. There's a nice uppercut, but he's got to try to slip out of the way and land his own punch combo. Not just one punch, a few punches. It's the second and third one that Deiveson's not going to see coming. He's going to be able to rock him.
Center of the octagon for the final minute. The second round. A little more offense from Morales.
He's looking to slip that jab and land his right hand over the top. But so far, not really able to land it clean. He's out.
Figueiredo looking for the finish.
That's it.
And that is it. Brazil on the board to get the night started in Belém.
Oi.
Little gymnastics on the end of that one. an exclamation point on an absolutely dominant performance for Deiveson Figueiredo.
Here's the replay. It was that left hook. Doesn't even really look like a glance, but you see Morales' eyes. He's not all there, and he's just overwhelmed. Boom, it was right on the jaw. That beautiful little right hand, left hook combo from Figueiredo, and he gets in there, and he does not waste any time and gets the finish to start the night off here for Brazil.
That's 7 wins by knockout now for the now 14-0 Deiveson Figueiredo.
Nice body kick there from Moraga. Figueiredo ate it, though. He's still pressuring and stalking here in the second round. His corner really imploring him to loosen up, throw some kicks.
Body kick there from Moraga.
There's a kick.
Return by Figueiredo. Here's Moraga from Phoenix, fighting out of the MMA lab. The very well-respected John Crouch, the head coach. Benson Henderson, former champ, in town as well.
Such a good corner, man. He's so calm and gets you down. Really takes control when he's in the corner.
Crouch shaved the beard. I almost didn't recognize him. Moraga back to the fence as they clinch with 1 minute gone in the second round. And back down to the mat, Deiveson Figueiredo.
He's still got the whizzer. He's holding on tight to it. He's going to try to use that. But then Figueiredo, strong, man. He's a very strong flyweight. You can tell that because Moraga's no slouch, and he's strong himself. And once he gets underhooks and gets around your back, he's going to drag you down to the mat eventually. Ooh, some heavy body shots there from Figueiredo.
And Moraga trying to lock him up, keep him close. Wow,
blood.
big cut from Moraga. You could see it there. Wow, another shot from Figueiredo. Looks like it's just below the left eye, but when you're on the ground like that, there's no telling where it goes.
It'll bleed right into your eyes. Really cause a problem here for Moraga.
2 minutes gone, second round, with the Brazilian firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, he had that one hiccup where he got caught with that right hand from Moraga in the first round, but even after that, it was pretty much maybe the heel hook Moraga was close to getting, but top control is very strong here from Figueiredo.
And you hear the repeated warnings from the referee about fingers in the eyes. Figueiredo has kind of gone with that grip. His thumbs coming dangerously close to Moraga's eyes.
That might just because he doesn't like him.
You watch Game of Thrones?
I don't.
I'll move on. Oh, big elbow and a big right from Figueiredo. Moraga is down. Figueiredo continuing to hammer away as Moraga explodes back to his feet and throws a right of his own.
Moraga trying to throw back. Holy cow, we got some fights tonight, man.
Amazing toughness on display all night long. Moraga takes a body shot, returns one, and now Figueiredo buckles him. Referee stepping in, that is it.
Smart
Deiveson Figueiredo is still undefeated. Another TKO victory in the octagon.
Wow.
You said it, Paul. He is a powerful guy at 125 pounds.
Yeah, for sure. He might be one of the most powerful guys at flyweight right now. This guy, when he hits you, whether it's to the body or to the head. Little Tito reference here. He's burying the body.
How about it for Deiveson Figueiredo? He is now 15-0. He's won all 4 of his UFC appearances, and 3 of them he has ended early. Our Move of the Fight is sponsored by Metro PCS. Get knockout coverage of the UFC on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S.
Let's take a look at some of Figueiredo's damaging work here on the ground. This is where he splits him open, causes that cut, started bothering Moraga, but really he was up on the feet. Nice elbow over the top. Again, he was just constantly looking for the finish. Drops him with that nice tight right hook. And again, even on the ground, he was going to the body. Here it comes right here. Bam! Right across the solar plexus, grazes him. And you could tell Moraga at that point had eaten so much. He was damaged. He couldn't continue. Fantastic job.
But that one came 21 months ago. So welcome back, Tim Elliott. He's in the black as the plus 145 underdog, the favorite in gold. Deiveson Figueiredo minus 175.
And the fun thing we all know about the flyweights is, you know, the perpetual motion, the speed, and they've all got massively high technique. But these two guys, as the introductions were being made, they were both running up and down, jogging on the spot, just absolute balls of energy. Oh!
Shot from Figueiredo.
Yeah, that was a big shot there. Elliott seemed kind of hurt for a second.
Tim Elliott trains with the team at Extreme Couture in Las Vegas. Joe Benavidez, a main training partner of his. I asked Joe this week what makes him so good to train with. He said, well, his Instagram handle is at Awkward MMA, and that kind of describes his fighting style, but there's a method to it. He's really tough to prepare for. Figueiredo cracks him as they break the clinch there.
Yeah, well, he is very unorthodox, and he does a lot of unorthodox things. Like just then, they were in the clinch, and he was just rabbit punching. You know, they're only short little shots, but he threw about 20 in quick succession.
Busy with the uppercut there again.
And again,
Figueiredo.
and a little up elbow as well.
Held the leg.
Very creative in there.
He's just swinging all flare.
Throwing some cheeky little elbows, some
There
cheeky
you go.
little spins, punches, kicks, you name it. Elliott will throw it all, but he's got to be careful. He's got to keep moving because that is the problem. That left hand or the power of Deiveson.
Again, first appearance for Elliott since a torn ACL, which he suffered in June of 2018. Said perfect timing, and he actually called for this fight after Figueiredo won his last bout in impressive fashion. Elliott said, this is the first time I actually called for a fight and got it. So happy to be here in Florida to get back to business. 2 minutes into the first round. Big right hand from Figueiredo on the break.
Yeah, Figueiredo packs a lot of power. A lot of power in that little frame.
Figueiredo from Northeast Brazil. Trains with the Alcantara brothers. And also recently started training at Team Alpha Male a little bit for his last camp. So he spent some time in the United States training as well.
Tim doing a good job of using that front kick to the stomach. You know, there's different ways of throwing that. You can throw it and use it as like a push kick or a teep, whether you're using Thai boxing, which just kind of pushes your opponent away, or you can use it as a snap kick where you drive the ball of the foot right into the solar plexus, and they can be really painful. But there it is. There's the first takedown for Elliott. Well timed.
The arm is
But I tell you what,
in a dangerous position and attack. Deiveson Figueiredo gets it done in the first round.
look at that. Wow. Perfect. Shot in, left the neck exposed. Figueiredo grabbed the guillotine under the chin, squeezed. Technique was perfect, and the top was there.
Well, man, this guy is dangerous.
And you can see Elliott is fuming right now.
Well, Figueiredo hung on to the choke a little bit too long. He was apologetic, it looked like, when he got up, as if he didn't feel the tap.
And there it is. Stays in guard. He tried to pass the guard on the way down, but didn't quite manage it. It's a head and arm. And look at that. I mean, that was tight because he was tapping like a madman. You know, really must have been in a lot of pain. I think that was right on the windpipe, to be honest. Oh, yeah. To get that kind of tap. Beautiful, excellent technique, a lot of strength as well.
The extra squeeze there, and that's what made Elliott so frustrated, was that he hung on to the choke, but nonetheless, it'll go down as a first-round submission. Not stepping in there. Second of 5 possible rounds.
The corner of Joe said at the start, said, listen, this is going to come all down to cardio. Deiveson is starting to tire already. And I got to say, I do agree with that. Towards the second half of that round, Deiveson was slowing down.
And a reminder, with the start of this fight, the UFC Flyweight Championship is officially vacant. Henry Cejudo is the bantamweight champion. He no longer is in possession of the flyweight strap. This will be won by Joe Benavidez with the victory. Deiveson Figueiredo this win uneligible. What a chin by Benavidez after a big shot by Figueiredo.
Oof. And they say flyweights can't bang. My word.
Benavidez getting in and swinging.
Yeah, he...
Another right hand for Figueiredo, who has that time pretty well at the moment.
Yeah, perfectly timed right hand. That's what Joe's got to be careful with. He's rushing it from out of range, and he started to run onto that right hand, sometimes an elbow as well.
Trevor Whitman, your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
Man, what a great fight. First off, Benavidez I love as a combination puncher, but when he's kicking, he's dropping his hands. These hooks that Figueiredo is throwing are dangerous, and that uppercut is also there too. I would not be leaning in with shots like Michael said. That's very, very dangerous with a big puncher like this.
Yeah, he's trying to generate as much power as he can. It's a habit that has formed lately. Definitely leads with the head and then brings the shots afterwards. As you said, Trevor, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
It was a head kick from Benavidez of Formiga that was the beginning of the end in that victory, his last time out last summer. They come together for a moment after a combination by Benavidez, who appears to be opened up bad above his left eye.
This is a crazy fight.
Wow, a big cut and down. Davison Figueiredo wins it.
That is it.
Davison Figueiredo gets it done by knockouts. In devastating fashion, as we've seen him do before, this Brazilian is not to be taken lightly. And there will be no flyweight title won in Norfolk, Virginia tonight.
Yeah, what a crazy situation, but man, I mean, first of all, what an incredible fight, and that finish by Davison Figueiredo, my word.
Well, those shots on each side were big and powerful. There was a possible headbutt that created that cut.
Let's take a look. So here's the thing, as I said before.
Oh, yeah.
Joe does lean with the head. Davison brought his head down, lowered his stance.
Oh, man.
Oh, you see the blood straight away. No wonder he dropped after that second shot. They collided heavily. I mean, look at the blood. And then wait for it.
Here's the end of the fight, Michael.
The blood is pouring out. You see it there, and then bang! Joe was already concussed. A huge gash on the head open, blood pouring out from everywhere, and Davison smells the blood and just says, good night.
For Figueiredo, it'll be his 9th win by knockout.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
That's the reaction from Octagon's side after the huge cut opened, and Benavidez, and for Figueiredo, he didn't make weight, but he's never missed weight before this fight.
Tense feeling here in the Flash Forum. This fight clock is brought to you by the US Army. Figueiredo, if you needed remindings, in the yellow, Benavidez in the black. Remember last time around, Benavidez won the first round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, in the first round, Joe did a great job closing the distance, landing 2-3 punches at a time. The only thing is he was leading with his head, and I don't know if that was a contributing factor to them clashing heads. Joe will tell you that it wasn't, but he did look good in the first round. Davison locked up an armbar. Joe expertly escaped.
Oof, that was quick.
But it was really high-level, fast-paced stuff in the first fight.
Oh, it's caught him.
Wow, early on.
Joe's hurt.
Trying to hang on. Massive right hook sat Joe down there.
Delayed reaction too, Mike.
Very delayed reaction, and I didn't like what I saw, the way he fell. He seems to have recovered.
Massive elbow.
Big elbow.
And again.
Joe gives up his bad. This is bad.
He's giving up the choke here.
He's on.
Figueiredo's got the choke.
chin.
That's it.
I don't know. If
Just
anyone
fight
can
the
escape,
hands.
this is Joe.
He's got to try to
If
push that elbow
anybody
up.
can escape,
He's out. Wow.
No way.
Incredible. Joe's trying to recover though still. You see the look in the eyes.
Oh,
He's still
man, that's
confused.
tighter, Mike.
He's going to fight those hands like his life depended on it. And he's almost separated the grip. He's breathing. You can see the chest.
Yeah, and it's super
Survival
dry
mode
right now.
here for Benavidez.
I mean, talk about a great start for Figueiredo. Man, it doesn't get better than that. Dropped him clean. Almost choked him out.
My word, you've got both sets of fans for Figueiredo and Benavidez on the edges of their seats right now. It goes to a short
That's
jump.
under the chin.
That's there.
That's
Super
tight.
Joe's
How
tough.
is he surviving this?
Man.
Excellent defense from Joseph Benavidez. He is drawing down on all of that experience.
He's got to fight these
14
hooks.
years.
He's got to fight these hooks. He can't let Figueiredo hold him there. Now, all right, now's a moment where Joe can kind of clear his head for a second. There he goes. He's recognizing and trying to fight the hands here. He's back up to his feet.
Yeah,
nice work from Benavidez here.
Because you got to remember, he got dropped there. There must have been a flash knockout, and then before you know it, he's got
getting
Davison.
choked.
After nearly knocking him out unconscious, trying to choke him out, he did a tremendous job in defending the choke, buying a little time, and now he's back on his feet. Let's see what he can do, but
Figueiredo is a powerhouse at 125 pounds.
I think he's a powerhouse at 135 pounds as well.
I think he's a powerhouse generally.
Natural power and accuracy. He really does have a full arsenal of weapons at his disposal.
That's nice. Good work there. 4-punch combo, 2 punches found the target.
It's going to be swimming upstream here in round number 1 for Joe Benavidez.
But Davison's going to be just brimming with confidence now. As we know, he knocked him out in the first round, and in the first fight, pardon me. And in the second fight,
he's put him on his backside again.
But Joe has been hurt.
He's bounced
Two
right
bad
back
times
up.
now.
as I say, if you're Davison, he knows every time he connects, he's putting him down.
Another big right hand
And he's so
from
relaxed,
the Brazilian.
just slipping out of the way of all these shots of Benavidez.
He seems to have recovered, though. He's using feints. He's certainly got his wits about him. That's nice work.
Benavidez does a great job of countering with combinations, not just single strikes. He leaps in with a big body shot.
Got to be careful leading to the body like that. When you run in from a distance and lead to the body, of course, if your hands go into the body, the face is wide open for a counter shot.
Oh, once again, that's a third knockdown of the opening round.
Get out of there.
And Figueiredo smells blood once again. Elbow is being dropped.
This is heavy work.
He's mounted. This is a terrible spot for Benavidez, and Davison taking full advantage of this. That's the third knockdown. Was that a...
It looked like he went for a headbutt.
Oh, I don't think he did again. Looking for the submission. Joseph Benavidez has not been
That's it. Look at the torque that Benavidez...
He's never been submitted.
He's unconscious, referee.
Oh, he's out.
He's out. He's out. Davison Figueiredo is the new flyweight champion of the world.
That right
What
there
a victory.
was a dominant performance from the beginning to the end of that round. That, I mean, Davison Figueiredo, beautiful boxing.
3
power
knockdowns.
shots, 3 knockdowns. How many attempts at that rear naked choke, and then, I mean, Joe's okay. It's good to see him getting up. Let's take a look at some of the work here from Figueiredo. This is the first knockdown, right hook, right on the top of the head near the temple, puts him down. Joe survives it. Another, is this a same knockdown? And he couldn't get the job done. Joe's trying to survive on the ground, and big elbows. That's to the back of the head, unfortunately, but not
Joe
on
turned.
purpose at all. And then here's the first attempt at this rear naked choke from Davison. He couldn't quite get it, and credit to Joe Benavidez for fighting tooth and nail to get out of that one. But look at this right hook as Joe reaches out to parry over the top. Big right hook, drops him, still with it. But then this ground and pound was just vicious from Figueiredo. He was nonstop, elbows, punches, and ultimately Joe gave up his back. I'm sure we'll see that soon. And he put him to sleep. Here's the final finish, and look how tight that rear. Look at the extension, right? This is textbook. Extend your opponent, make him stretch out, and Joe's trying to fight it, but he goes to sleep. He's still moving, so the ref doesn't notice it right away. And Goddard goes in and steps in and saves him.
And we are ready to go with our championship main event. This Fight Clock brought to you by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Alex Perez is in white, Davison Figueiredo in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
I would like someone to put Figueiredo on a scale tonight. Because he looks like he's about 150 pounds.
Perez beat up the legs of Formiga from the conventional stance last time. Formiga was done in the first round. But look at Davison switching stances. That high kick shows you the power that this young man possesses.
Yeah, good move there to start off in the southpaw stance. Ooh! Perez just barely missed with that left hand. This is a young man that's not going to be intimidated.
No.
Oh, man. There's some serious power to that left kick. He connected with the right hand there as Figueiredo was reaching for him.
Figueiredo felt his power. Now he's going to get after him.
And he's back in the orthodox stance.
Figueiredo investing in the body early in this potentially 25-minute fight.
Oh my goodness.
Perez is the more volume striker. Figueiredo picks his spots beautifully.
Again, Figueiredo back to the orthodox stance. Look at this.
Nice single leg there by Alex Perez. Move him to the side of the octagon. He's got to move his feet if he's going to try to set him down. Watch him peel this up high.
He's going to elevate that leg.
He's going to start kicking with his right leg to finish his takedown.
Get that hand out.
Oh my goodness, beautiful job.
Yeah, Figueiredo tried a backtrip there. Ultimately, he's
exactly
where Perez wants him to be.
Oh, look at this, the guillotine. This is terrible.
Oh, it's tight too.
This is terrible for Perez. He's got to get those hands free.
Oh, he's starting to panic.
Oh, he's almost out. He's almost out. Nope.
Now it's tight.
Nope. Oh, my goodness.
Under 2 minutes in, Deiveson Figueiredo successfully retains the flyweight title.
Oh, man.
Wow, Joe.
That squeeze is something. Something else, man. Amazing. Amazing because it seemed like Perez was almost out of there at one point. Look at this. He drops down for the leg. Perez is in trouble here, but he did a good job of sitting down, popping the knee out, and used the hammer fist actually to create some space. But look at this turn. Look at this turn. He turned him right into the guillotine. Perez is in trouble already.
Anytime a guy starts panicking, starts trying to stand up to slam or back out.
All right, here we go. Second round of a possible 3. Cody Garbrandt in the red. Deiveson Figueiredo out of that southpaw stance in yellow.
I didn't quite understand the corner. Figgy, they said he's making a mistake with the calf kick, so maybe we misunderstood the translation mid-round. Oh, with the timing of the calf kicks. Nice level change there by Figueiredo. Getting to the double leg, taking his back. Cody's attacking the hands like he needs to, but look at that.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful by Figueiredo, tripping him back. Now look at him attack that back wrist, and that collar tie allowed for him to keep Cody from rotating back into him. Beautiful job by Figgy mixing it up.
Figgy working for the right arm, trying to isolate that right arm for a head and arm choke. He's trying to close it off. Good use of his head. He's doing a great job with his head, forcing that elbow up high. Okay, Cody's free of it now, but now he's got the back.
And
Beautiful job.
Yeah, he's a
oh my goodness, flattened out. This is huge.
Got him flattened out. He's got the wrist control on the left side, but I think Cody's holding his right hand.
Yeah.
So he can't do no damage. Cody cannot lose that hand.
He lost it. Oh, big right hand by Figueiredo.
Yeah, that one.
And another one.
Put it right from the broadcast booth here.
Arm triangle here.
There it is.
Yep.
That's
Arm
tight.
triangle, that's tight.
That's tight.
Cody's doing the right thing here. He's got to not panic in this position. It's better if Figueiredo gets off to the side, but we have seen people more now finish this from the mounted position.
Even when someone's answering the phone like what Cody's doing, this is tight.
Now it's real tight.
Cody's in real trouble here. Real trouble.
Figgy's got to drop his chest, Joe. Instead of squeezing, you just start to drop your chest and allow for you to cut the blood off the surface. You hit that artery in the neck to secure that choke.
But he's got a great grip on his hands. He's dropping his chest now. Now he's really putting the squeeze down on him. He's cooking him nice and slow.
It's just slow. This is a choke that you don't explode into. You settle, but Garbrandt's doing a good job of not panicking here.
He's creating some space. He's using his right arm to separate the shoulder a little bit. He just wants to keep that blood in his brain. He's just staying calm. Now this is the worst spot. Oh, here he goes.
He's trying to re-secure it. He started to lose it. But you could feel that Garbrandt wasn't going to tap. So Figueiredo made a smart decision going back to the mount and securing Cody Garbrandt.
And Figueiredo's breathing heavy here. He put a lot of effort into trying to squeeze that off.
And Cody, by just keeping that, like almost like he's on the telephone.
Yep.
Allow for him to keep a little bit of space between the lock and Figueiredo's shoulder.
Nicely done. Big explosion by Cody. Let's see if he can get up. No. Figueiredo puts him right back down, flattens him out. Nicely done by Figueiredo.
Beautiful crossface by Figueiredo, moving his head back to the inside, making sure that Cody's head was under his chest to get him back to the mat.
Chase Pammy, Alex Perez handling the wrestling coaching over the last several years for Cody Garbrandt. Hanging tough with his defensive grappling thus far. Under 2 minutes here, round 2.
Cody is such an explosive guy. He's going to look for these little tiny openings to buck and hip escape.
Well, Cody's going to have to use technique to escape this. You're not going to just explode. A lot of times you see this early in fight cards, but when you got a guy like Deiveson on top of you, you're going to have to use small movements to create openings to allow for yourself to get back up to your feet.
Also, the way Figueiredo utilizes his mount, he does what's almost like a reverse guard. See how he crosses his ankles underneath? He gets full constriction. Look at that, Cody's up though, but no, he gave up the back.
Yep.
Oh, he's on the neck.
Yeah.
He's on the neck.
The angle's a little off though.
He's got the body triangle. He's on the neck.
Now he's starting to get attack that choke. Now it's looking tight.
He's at the tap! Deiveson Figueiredo, the God of War, wins the battle tonight as he submits Cody Garbrandt in round 2.
That was beautiful grappling.
Beautiful grappling. I mean, and that's the thing about Figueiredo. He's so well-rounded. Elite black belt skills on the ground, beautiful stand-up, and really showed tonight he belongs at 135 pounds.
All right, now look at tonight's freaky fast finish brought to you by Jimmy John's.
Right here, you see Cody just, the first takedown here, look at Deiveson. This is right leg in the middle. See how he splits the legs, knocks him back into his lap. Then once they hit the ground, it was Deiveson Figueiredo being controlling. But look at Cody when he just exploded. Remember, John, we said small motions to start to create actions to get up. Instead, he exploded into Deiveson Figueiredo. Deiveson follows him, eventually gets the body triangle, and he got that choke. It's over there. Cody can't get that foot on the mat on the opposite side because they're too close to the octagon, so he was stuck on top of him. Deiveson Figueiredo with one of the biggest wins of his entire career.